I'm Jennifer Gibson, and I'm so excited to introduce Veronica Tadeo, who will be taking us on a journey with her one-to-one implementation program with Chromebooks. Veronica, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Thanks, Jennifer, and thank you for inviting me to teach this course. Currently, I teach English and AVID at Festa Junior High in Santa Maria, California, and I went one-to-one with Chromebooks, and what that means is really that each and every single student in my class gets to use one of these.
That's really exciting. Before we go into that, I kind of want to talk about your background. Let's go ahead and talk about the journey that you took in becoming a teacher.
I went to UCLA, and that's where I earned my bachelor's degree, and I knew early on that I wanted to pursue a teaching career. So that took me to New York City, and I ended up getting my master's and my full teaching credentials in New York City. And then I was hired as a full-time teacher in the Bronx.
Oh my goodness, that must have been really exciting and challenging. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, it was, because I was actually a first grade bilingual teacher, and I had to learn to be very patient with my students. And I learned that as a teacher, you have to have very creative and fun lessons to engage your students. And technology started to play a role in that.
Okay, so let's talk about that aha moment when you realized technology was this game changer.
Yeah, I can tell you, I remember the precise moment when I realized technology has to be included in a classroom. I actually won one of the early models of the Lumens document cameras.
I remember those. That's great.
Well, at my school, no one had access to such technology, and it was brand new to all of us. It was pretty amazing, and I knew the moment I turned on that document camera, it was going to change the way I delivered my instruction.
So we're talking magic here. Oh, that's wonderful. So, okay, you come to California, and you're teaching middle school now. What was the transition to going one-to-one to Chromebooks? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, in Santa Maria, our population is mostly made of migrant students, and unfortunately a lot of our students come in and they lack very basic computer skills. So I decided that I had to do something for my students to give them access to reliable technology.
That makes sense. As far as going down the pathway, I want to just dig in a tiny bit. Can you give us a sneak peek on the outcomes that your students had once you transitioned to this one-to-one program?
Yeah, of course. One of the biggest outcomes that from this program is that computers strengthen student engagement and participation. I was able to differentiate lessons and provide students with meaningful feedback.
I love that. I love that. So let's talk a little bit about the learning objectives for this course. What are some of the things that teachers who are taking the course can expect to learn?
From this course, a teacher can learn how to fundraise, professional development, and training students.
That's a really good and motivating couple of topics to cover. Veronica, I'm super excited. So let's get started in looking into the content of this course.